from the owner of a piece of land. PID numbers in report 403-04719, or commonly known as the former Choo Chos property. The proposal is to sell the piece of land for $270,000. The staff recommendation is to decline the proposal, but to continue to work with this owner on some easements that we require on this property and one other.
All right, thank you, Manager Noel. Someone we're allowed to open for conversation?
Yeah. Well,
I was just going to ask, do you require a motion from the table to send this letter?
yeah, at some point it would require a motion that I guess that the city correspond with Mr. Hashi in the manner recommended, I guess, if you are okay with the wording.
I'd make that motion.
Okay, Councillor Ross Robinson, second. Councillor Summers. On the question, anyone else? Councillor Placey?
Just clarification, in the wording, it describes that there's pipes running down the building or underneath the building, and just kind of getting a sense of what that means for the city and what interest the city would have in the underground pipes crossing the southeasterly corner of the land.
Well, the southeasterly corner towards the Bank of Nova Scotia, and south of that, there is a large sewage line in there, and there is no easement, although when it was installed, there was an acknowledgement by the owner verbally that it go there, but it should be clarified. Obviously, if another person buys this property, he knows nothing of the history. So we are looking to work with the current owner to finalize a written easement and have it registered.
Thank you. Yeah, I think the wording is fine to be sent, and I'm happy to see that the property is for sale. It's been pretty, I know it probably doesn't qualify as derelict from our clerk's definition, but certainly doesn't look good. So I'm happy to see that it's looking to be sold, and hopefully that it does get sold and developed.
Thank you, Councillor DePlacy. Councillor King.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Mike, on that there, selling, couldn't we make a motion to expropriate that parcel of land?
You would have to make a commitment to a municipal use for it first. Right now, the property is shown on your downtown plans as being part of Waterford Green, but that plan has not been adopted by council. So you would require a motion to confirm what the municipal use would be, and then if you wish to make a motion to expropriate, that would be okay. Yeah, there'd be nothing wrong.
Make a motion that we expropriate it. I've been after this now for the last 4 years, especially that old Choo Chos building. It's unsightly, the people coming into town of Miramichi to see that thing laying there and people backing into them cement walls there. We've been trying this now for 4 years, and all it is stalling tactics. I've been trying for 4 years anyway. It's unsightly. Why can't we get an unsightly bylaw drawn up so we can get rid of this?
So, thank you, Councillor King. Anyone else? So to be clear, we'll deal in order here. Councillor Ross Robinson's motion, seconded by Councillor Summers, is to correspond with the owner of said property to decline their offer?
Yes.
Correct? All right, so let's deal with that one. On that motion, all those in favor? Aye. To the contrary?
That's for 270?
Yes.
Correct. To the contrary? All right, that motion is carried. Now, with Councillor King's motion on the floor. Councillor King has a motion on the floor to expropriate said property identified as PID 403044719. Do I have someone to second that? Councillor Ross Robinson? On the question, Councillor Ross Robinson.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I don't believe that we are in a position at this very moment to authorize the expropriation, because to the manager's point, it is in our downtown development plan, but we haven't had the conversation to adopt that part of the plan. But I did second the motion to get it on the table for the discussion, and I would entertain expropriating the property, and I would entertain adopting that part of our downtown development plan to have this go through. So that's where I stand on the motion as it has been presented tonight.
Thank you, Councillor Ross Robinson. Councillor Johnson.
I'm against expropriation. I'm against expropriation because we don't have the rationale to expropriate. We don't know what we're going to do with it. So we're talking through our hats here right now, talking about expropriation. So I stand against.
Thank you, Councillor Johnston. Councillor Harris.
Yeah, thank you, Deputy Mayor. Yeah, up to, the first motion and on to what Councillor Ross Robbins just said, like, our plan is not in place yet to expropriate that property, so, I mean, I couldn't support that tonight. I understand where Councillor King is coming from. He's been very passionate about this file since I've been back for the last little bit over a year. But it's good to see that our staff, they are corresponding with the owner of that property. You know, we hope there is a win there at the end of it for not just the city, but maybe the owner. I mean, we do want development in downtowns. It is a good piece of property maybe that he could sell for that, as Councillor Lacey alluded to. As for our city plans, we're not sure what they are at this time, so I couldn't support the motion, but I do hope that Councillor King gets his gift someday.
Thank you, Councillor Harris. Anyone else? So on Councillor King's motion to expropriate the property identified as PID 403044719, all those in favor? To the contrary? Nay. That motion is defeated.